Hi folks, welcome to Cole's Vaping Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Now, I've got a review tonight for a temperature controlled sub-ohm atomizer. This is the Tesla Vortek TC, and this is the package. We'll go down for close-ups and have a look at it. Now, what is it? Where can you get it? It is, like I've said, a temperature control sub-ohm tank, available from esig1.co.uk. This was sent on to me free for review from Shane at esig1. Thanks, Shane, for sending this on to me. Bit of a strange one. I've had a couple of conversations over the internet with through comments and stuff with regards to the features and the specs of this tank. I'll take a quick vape on it and then I'll give you my initial thoughts before we go down to the close-ups. So I've got it on a Tesla 120, which is also coming up for review. This was sent on to me also by Shane at eSig1, which is a dual 18650 box mod, temperature control box mod. I've got it set at 460 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 watts at the moment. 0.23 ohm coil. So this is the 0.2 ohm nickel coil in here. It also comes with a 0.5 ohm nickel coil. I'll get onto that again in a second. So we'll take a quick vape on it. As you can see, clouds from a quite big clouds from a nickel coil. Now, it's a stainless steel and glass atomizer, and it is 22 millimeters in diameter. It has dual airflow. It also comes with this is a proprietary drip tip, and it screws on and off, so you can't use your own drip tips with this. Now, how could I put this now? On the features, it comes with 0.2 ohm and a 0.5 ohm coil. It has unique juice flow control system, which I'll show you on the coils. The juice flow controllers on the coils. Improved adjustable airflow control system. I'll show you all this obviously on the close-ups. Huge inner diameter on drip tip, 12 millimeters, and it is absolutely massive. All the way down as well. It doesn't really taper off at the bottom. Kanthal wire made in the USA. Now, it comes with 2 coils, and it's a temperature control coil. So it's not Kanthal wire. It's Ni200. So it got me thinking: is one of the coils, with it being 0.5 ohm, is one of the coils Kanthal, and the 0.2 ohm would be nickel? But looking at them and using them both, they're both nickel coils. I had a little bit of a conversation with someone who did a review, and I think that is up on Shane's website at the moment, that YouTube video I watched, and he said they were both nickel. When I was saying no, one of them's got to be Kanthal 0.5 ohms, but they're not. They're both nickel, and there's an amazing amount of wraps in the 0.5 ohm coil, and they must have used, obviously a machine's done it, but they must have used really thin gauge wire to get 0.5 ohms. The advantage with this is it's got a 7mm juice capacity, so it is a large tank. And then this is also on the features: TC Sub Coil, nickel 200, temperature control. But that's like feature number 8 off Tesla specifications. But feature number 5 says it's Kanthal wire made in the USA. Make of that what you wish. Colour, stainless steel. Material, stainless steel and glass. The electrode on the bottom, or the 510 pin, which I'll show you in close-ups, is copper plated silver. The dimensions is, it's actually 22.5 mil, this is, according to their specs. And it, yeah, I suppose so, with the fins on the bottom. And it is 74 millimeters high. So we'll take another quick vape and then we'll go down for close-ups on this when I unlock it. So we'll go down for close-ups then, guys. We'll see you down at the table. Hi folks, welcome to the close-up of the Tesla Vortek TC. This is the packaging it comes in. It's like a plastic case-style box, and on the box the branding is Tesla Vortek TC, Tesla there, Tesla Vortek, scratching sniff security code, authenticity security code, so you scratch that off and put it, go to the website. Now, specifications on the back of the box features black on black, black print on a black background. You know, they're virtually impossible to see, absolutely impossible. Even me now, close up here, off camera, it's just like you've got to really turn it certain light. It's just absolutely stupid. So Tesla need to get that sorted straight away. No warnings on the box with regards to batteries, etc. The correct device for this, etc. I know it's temperature control, but you know there's still no warnings on there for the sub-ohm tanks. Even though it's nickel coil, because there are Kanthal coils available for this. I just have the nickel coils. So we'll take that off, and then in the package we'll get out what is in the box. That's the ATI, and that's the coil. Nothing else in the box comes in the box there. Nothing underneath either. No manual or anything. So we'll put that to one side. We'll leave the tank there for a second, and I'll show you the coil first, and we'll go into a manual focus because it's easier to show you. Now this is in the box. When you get it, it'll come with the 0.5 installed and the 0.2 out. I've got the 0.2 in at the moment, and this is the 0.5 ohm coil. It says in very small writing again. I don't know if you can make this out. It says Tesla there. It's very hard to see even in real time. And then on each of the holes, it's got a wattage rating on each of the holes, and it's just very hard to see. I can't even see it myself hardly. It needs upgrading a little bit, that does. So have a look at that coil. This is what I thought would be the Kanthal coil, but it's not. It's nickel. It's got that many wraps in there, and it can't be Kanthal. And I've used it on my temperature control device, about all the temperature control devices I've got, and it is a 0.5 ohm Ni200 build in there. Quite big diameter and masses of, I know it's been used and you can't tell there very much, but there's masses of wraps there, absolutely masses. And they must have used quite thin gauge wire looking at that as well to get a 0.5 ohm. It actually comes out at around about 0.6, not 0.06 but 0.6 ohms for an Ni200 is astoundingly high. So that's a coil. As you can see, there's threads in the coil inside there. I'll just get me a little pointer. There is threads around here on the inner diameter of the coil. That's where it attaches to the chimney. Then you have this mesh around here. So just, I don't know, because the coil's in the centre, it's not really going to stop spit back. Well, I think it's just to keep the cotton in more than anything. People say it's for spit back, but I'm still unsure about that. Then we've got at the bottom big airflow, big airflow. These are quite wide coils. These are very wide coils. let's just have a look at the diameter of the coils. They are, with my SpongeBob ruler, approximately 12mm wide across here. So, quite wide. Now, on the airflow, you have 3 sets of holes. You have a big one. The next size down, I think that hole there looks like, I haven't measured it, but it looks like, let's have a look at the SpongeBob ruler again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks like a 4mm hole, the biggest, and then that's going to be 3mm, and that's going to be 2mm. Just looking at them, so you have 3 sizes of holes for different viscosities of juice. So if you were using, say, a 50-50 juice in here, you would probably go down to the smallest hole. If you're using a 70-30 or a 60-40, you would go to the next size hole, which is that one. And if you're using 80-20, you probably use the biggest hole. Well, you would use the biggest hole, which is what I've been using. And then all you do is you just turn the ring, and then it exposes that hole that side, 2 holes it exposes on the coil. And then you turn it again, and it exposes the biggest hole on both sides. Now, before we come away from this coil, I think that only 2 holes, even though they're quite big, exposed with 80-20 juice, still, with it being temperature control, you can tell it dropping off when it, on my temperature control Snow Wolf, I can or any of the other ones, I can tell it dropping off when the juice isn't wicking properly. And I think it needs a 3rd hole, so it would have been better if there was 3 holes open on this. In my experience using it, it has a little translucent O-ring here, so don't, if you wash your coil, don't lose that. And that's it, guys. I haven't tried rebuilding these. I mean, I suppose you could, because they're a horizontal coil, quite easily. Well, that's the coil. Now, onto the tank. Excuse the water in the tank. Let's go. That's some focus on there. That's it. Now, on the bottom, we have Tesla Vortek TC on here, and then on the other side there's nothing. And then what we've got here is a finned base to help with heat distribution, and we have 2 massive airflow holes, elongated air holes. What these are not stoppers. These are, well, they are, but you use them, you don't turn anything here like that, you use these to close up the airflow. So you use the 2 raised nipples, that's a good word for me, raised nipples, to alter the airflow, so you can have it as closed up as you like, and on either side. So that's it. It's a nice feature, that it works really good, works really nice. And that airflow hole, sorry if I've gone off camera again, is, looks like, yeah, 5mm by about 10mm. So it's 5mm down, deep, and 10mm long. So quite big airflow holes there. Then we have nothing on the base apart from this supposedly is a copper plated silver, which I'm not too sure about, to be honest. I just think it's a copper pin. And then we have the drip tip, which is proprietary, so you can't put because it's threaded drip tip, it's got a thread on it, and you thread it in to the atomizer. Why they've gone that way, I do not know, but it is wide bore all the way through. It doesn't reduce down at all. In fact, it reduces down a slight little bit at the bottom, but it's massive. 12 mil all the way down. So we'll take the base off, and it is literally a few turns and then it comes off. That's it. There isn't many threads on it. What you do is you push the O-ring on, and then you turn 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and that's solid now. So it probably needs a couple more threads on there, really, to be honest. But you know, it is what it is, and that's how it comes apart. Then we've got the base here, and I'll take this coil out. It's still juiced up a little bit because I haven't rinsed the coil out. This is the 0.2 ohm coil, and that's inside. If you want to see inside there, nothing much going on inside there, just an empty space. And thread the coil in. It's got some nice knurling on the coils. It's got some knurling on the top of the coil. I didn't show you on the close-up of the coil, but it's got some nice knurling on the top of the coil and knurling on the O-ring. So when you screw it in, you just hold this part of the coil, and then you hold the knurling on the juice flow ring to alter your juice flow. But it's better to alter the juice flow whilst it's out of the atomizer. You haven't got much to grab onto. That's the base, guys. Now this is the we'll take the drip tip off. Let's get back in some, and this does come off like so, and you just push it, pull it out, or I just push that out of it, and it's held on by these spines here. They're similar to an Atlantis, but these are more exposed. And then you've got an O-ring, translucent O-ring at the top, which is visible, and nice thick glass there, nice thick, just feel quality of the glass. And you have another O-ring in the base in there, and then your threading is around this. Your threading that goes onto the coil that makes it attached together is on this part here. But is there an O-ring in there? Yeah, there is. Yes, there is an O-ring in there, but it's around this part here. It's not on the base. Yes, it is on the base. Yeah, there's two. I think there might be two O-rings in there. You can't quite see them. That stops the juice coming down the chimney. Anyway, what you do is you put your glass on, like so, dead easy, and it clicks together. Then you fill up down the sides down here. Downside there's quite a lot of room to get your juice in, and a little bit of wasted space in there because you can only fill up to the top of this. You can only fill up to the top of this chimney here. So you've got this much wasted space in there, and when it's filled up, obviously hold it upside down, screw that on, and that's it. And then tip it upside, tip it the right way up, put your drip tip on, and away you go. So that's the Tesla Vortek, guys. I'll fill it up off camera because it's an easy fill up. It's like any other tank really, and we'll fill it up, and then we'll go up and have a vape on it and rate it and everything. So we'll see you up at the top, guys. All right, guys, welcome back up. I filled it up now. I filled it up with some of E-Sig1's fucking Big Cloud & Co. Serial Killer. Nice stuff, this. Nice stuff. It's very similar to Looper. Really good stuff, which E-Sig1 sell, esig1.co.uk. Now, this is an 80-20 Serial Killer, and that's what I've got. I've filled it up, and that's how the tank looks when it's full. So, it has got some a little bit of space at the top. Now, I've got it set exactly the same. It's a 0.25 ohm coil. according to this Tesla. I'll show you here when I can get the focus correct. Yeah, there you go, 0.25, just about see it. These play havoc, these screens do, with the 70 watts, and it's 460 degrees Fahrenheit. You have to take my word for it. These screens play havoc with my camera. Then we'll take a vape on it. That serial killer is lovely. When I'm using this on a temperature control device, because obviously it's temperature control coil, I know it's not wicking very well because I can feel the temp going up and down. With obviously that's because the juice flow is not really constant enough for it. I mean, what I'm going to do, I've got it to 460 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to turn it down slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold to change. Let's knock it down to 420. Lock that in. And we'll knock the watts down to 45 watts. 45 watts. So we're now at 45 watts, 420 degrees Fahrenheit, 0.25 ohm nickel coil. It's actually nicer at a lower temp. As you can see, I think with it being a bit less warm, it still is warm, but it's a lot less than I normally vape. I normally vape on it. I mean, I've got RDAs coiled up at the moment. That's with nickel wire. I'm vaping it like 460, 470 degrees Fahrenheit. This is at 420 now, and it's keeping up a bit better. So, you know, the flavour isn't bad at all. It's not the best. I don't think it's as good as, I was testing it out today and against the Kanga coil with a colleague of mine, and we were pitting the Kanga coil nickel coils up against this one, and I think there's a bit more flavour comes through with the Kanga nickel coils at 0.15 ohms than this 0.2 ohm Tesla coil. Shane does sell the Kanthal coils for this as well in 0.2. Let me just check. 0.2 and 0.5 ohms. Let me just click on his. I want to just check for you guys, so I'm not giving you any duff information. Coils. Yes, I can't. Yes, 0.2, 0.5 ohm coils. He does for this as well in Kanthal. So, if you want to go to Kanthal, it does come as a package with temperature control coils. So you know it is for temperature control devices, but there are Kanthal coils available for this Vortek, and they are pretty good, to be honest. They are pretty good. The juice flow control holes on them that you can alter for your viscosity of juice is very good. The look of it, I think the look of it's quite smart, to be honest. Really smart tank. It holds 7 mil of juice. It is a large tank, but it would be if it's holding 7 mil of juice. But it's nowhere. Let me just get my Sub Tank V2, my Sub Tank Plus, just to give you a size comparison. Well, there's some juice leaking out. So I've been standing here for a while, my Sub Tank has. Now, as you can see, this is the Sub Tank, that's the Vortek. So not much difference in height. In fact, the Sub Tank itself is probably a tad bit, just a tad bit taller. So it's not as tall as the thing, and it's not obviously as wide, because that's obviously, that's a 25mm the Kanga Sub Tank is, the big one. So yeah, you know, and it looks smart. Let's put it on my, I know I'm not going to fire it, but if you get Kanthal coils for it as well, this is what it looks like on a Segali 100 watt. Looks smart. And this is what it looks like if you have a Snow Wolf, that is, because they are hard to come by at the moment. This is what it looks like on my Snow Wolf. And that's what it looks like on my Snow Wolf. So really nice. Really nice looking tank. So let's take it off. I've been using it on the Tesla because I've got the Tesla on test as well. So I will attach it back to the Tesla. My Sub Tank has, there's only a bit of juice in it, left in it. It has leaked everywhere when I picked it up. Bloody Sub Tank's leaking. Right, so we're back on again now. There we go. So guys, sorry for the faffing around there, but I like to show you on other devices as well. But as it's a Tesla TC tank, it marries up really nice with the Tesla 120, and it will also marry up with the Tesla 160s as well, the wooden ones, the wood looking ones. And that's how it looks on the Tesla. And to be honest, it's not a bad tank at all. The flavour's slightly muted for me, in my opinion, but you know, taste is subjective, and some people might like the taste of the flavour from this. I just think it's slightly muted on the other pre-built coils. I've got the Smock TCT as well, and it's muted compared to that, and it's muted compared to the Kanga coils, but only ever so slightly. But it is a temperature control device tank with these. That's how it comes, and it performs admirably, I think, something like that. It performs well. So thanks for watching, guys. Any comments on the video? If you've got any questions about the temperature control, etc., please leave a comment under the video. My email and contact details are also on YouTube. You can also catch me over on the AAEC forum. Richo71 is the avatar. And I'd like to say thank you for Shane for sending this out to me, mate. And obviously the next review will possibly be this Tesla 120, the Dual 18650 box mod, which is also performing very well at the moment for me. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.